Good afternoon. My name is Carmen Pace, and I am here as a representative of City Councilwoman Tonya Payne's office. Tonya Payne is the City Councilwoman representing District 6, where the current development is being proposed. On behalf of the Councilwoman, I just wanted to state that she has always been supportive of the community and the initiative of the One Hill Coalition, and she will continue to do so. And as the interest of the community moves forward, she will definitely stay in support of that, and she would like to be in consideration of the development. But to put on record that Councilwoman Payne does and clearly supports the One Hill Coalition's initiative.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And is One Hill supportive of
One Hill
master plan development plan?
No. Not at this time.
It's been stated, so I don't know that. Yes. Okay.
Based on the negotiations and what's been going on, there's a CBA agreement seeking to be signed, and at this point, the CBA agreement has not been signed between the One Hill Coalition and the city, the county, the SCA, and the Penguins. And again, Councilwoman Tonya Payne fully supports the community, the One Hill Coalition.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pace.
Good afternoon. My name is George Moses. I live at 7117 Thomas Boulevard, 15208. I am here representing the Hill District Consensus Group as being the community representative, one of two chosen to be a community rep in the master planning process. And that is what I am here today to speak on.
You're in favor or opposed to the master development plan?
We are going to ask you to delay the vote. Delay the vote. We say that because the focus groups had a particular structure to it. When you went to the focus groups, they asked you three things. What did you like, what you didn't like, and what would you improve? From the residents and other people who attended those focus groups, they had numerous questions. And after those focus groups were ended, there were more questions than ever before. Mainly because we had not seen many of what you have seen here today, especially the parking garage. We had seen nothing of that in this whole process. So there were many questions, as you know, because the Hill District and Uptown have massive illegal parking lots. And we did not want to see something of this nature coming into the neighborhood and adding to, supplying to the demand of the parking by those illegal parking lots. When we look at this whole design as it is saying, it does certain things. We believe it does not fit the design guidelines of both the Hill District and the Uptown communities. In 2001, the Hill District did a precise guideline studies of what the Center Avenue corridor should look like. And I would remind you, the Center Avenue corridor started at Washington Place and proceeded up. This building does not meet those specific guidelines. And again, I refer back to, we still haven't seen the garage and we don't even know what it looks like. When this was all completed and done, I was directed by the Hill Consensus Group to send an email to Don Carter and other parties asking for more meetings to answer those specific questions about the garage, about the design, about traffic, about parking. He told me there would be no additional meetings, and the next thing we would hear at the briefing that was to take place on the 13th of November, actually that was moved back to the 27th of November. So there was adequate enough time to structure some other meetings for community participation. Let me remind you, as Don Carter said, there were over 600 community reps at those meetings, at those focus groups. So there needed to be some more dialogue between the community and the folks designing this new arena. There wasn't. As we indicated before, the parking structure, that should be a prime concern. We're hearing and reading all the time about people concerned about parking structures. We heard about it with the Children's Hospital in Lawrenceville. We heard about the concern in Shadyside when Shadyside Hospital was putting up a parking facility. We heard about it just earlier today with Majestic Star Casino. But nobody's talking about the facility in the Lower Hill District. Why is that? Why are we not getting the same treatment that these other folks are getting when it comes to talking about design? And we pretty much want, because that is a part of our community as well. So we pretty much want to be in concern of that. We should also like to say thank you to City Planning and Nora Ismail and Sidney Kaikai for all their efforts in all this, but we have bumped heads plenty times on the traffic study because we feel that the traffic study was flawed in the initial conception of the civic arena. And so therefore, building on a flawed plan does not help the community. All it does is add to the problem. And when you put it in a new facility that's going to have new and more people, it's going to add to the problem. And so therefore, we are very much concerned about that. In closing, I would just like to say this. The new arena must fit the community and correct the misjudgments of the past. The arena would be the gateway to the Hill District, and we must honor that. It cannot be seen as enhancing downtown. You heard in several presentations, they always focus on downtown. And I must say that was very bad when you rezoned that partial GT-E Golden Triangle subdivision. It took away the community of the Lower Hill District. Therefore, the Hill District Consensus Group, of whom am I the representative, must ask you to delay the vote until our questions around design, traffic, parking are answered and answered to the community's satisfaction. Thank you very kindly.
Tim Stevens, Chairman of B-PEP, the Black Political Empowerment Project, where we work out of the Hill House, James at Henry Hill House Community Center, 1835 Center Avenue. B-PEP, the Black Political Empowerment Project, is a nonpartisan community collaborative consisting of agency, organization, religious leaders, as well as committed individuals who seek to build political power and influence for African Americans. B-PEP is in full support of the members of One Hill District residents, clergy, and other stakeholders that have come before you today and will come before you today to ask that you not approve the Arena Master Plan until there is a community benefits agreement in place, which means in writing and with legally binding language. It is unfortunate that even though regular negotiation sessions have been involving the Sports Exhibition Authority, the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mayor Ravenstall, County Exec Honorado have taken place, no agreement has yet been reached. It is time for all of these parties to demonstrate their real commitment to the Hill District community, which has gone to great lengths to determine the community's priorities. A community benefits agreement ensures that those community priorities are protected and will later be implemented. The Pittsburgh Planning Commission Board must not move ahead with this requested approval of the master plan for the new arena without the community benefits agreement being an integral part. As members of the Pittsburgh Planning Commission, you cannot ignore the tragic history of the destruction of the Lower Hill District, which occurred as a result of the building of what is now known as Mellon Arena. And I'm old enough to have witnessed it. The wishes, concerns, aspirations, and interests of the residents were never considered. It is imperative that this history, not be repeated. B-PEP applauds the clarity, vision, and the sense of wonderful purpose contained in the blueprint for a livable hill, which calls for a grocery store, community center, historic preservation, family-sustaining jobs, support for community programming for children, drug alcohol counseling, and small businesses. B-PEP was a major part of organizing the historic Racial Equity and Empowerment Summit held on October 2nd, 2007, which had more than 200 diverse participants and was hosted by Mayor Ravenstall, Chief Executive Honorado, and the Racial Equity and Empowerment Coalition. The mission of the summit was to develop a process for engagement, implementation, and sustained accountability with key stakeholders to ensure progress towards racial and minority equity in the city of Pittsburgh and Allegheny County. Securing this community benefits agreement is a part of that agenda and will also be a part of what the Racial Equity and Empowerment Review Team monitors. Please find the attached documents and read them. They are with you. I will give them to you. We look forward to hearing from each and every one of you, or from you as Madam Chair, of the decision to not move ahead with the master plan for the arena until there is a community benefits agreement contained therein. Thank you. Respectfully submitted, Tim Stevens, B-PEP Chair, Celeste Taylor, Vice Chair of B-PEP, on behalf of the B-PEP Planning Council.